So this is the story time for Doris's Love Binding Part 3. So like I left off on Part 2, things were good for some time. We had gotten him back a second time. We had gotten him bound again. Shortly after some time, about 6 months, I believe, there was another situation in Doris's life where she got distracted and she sort of let the binding fall apart. For a second time, Juan Carlos went beast mode on her. I'm going to kind of like roll it along because this happens like basically 4 times. And by the fourth time, after that binding fell apart that fourth time, I don't hear from Doris for quite some time. Basically almost 2 years or something like that. And when I do hear from Doris again, she's just calling me to let me be updated about what has happened and what has occurred, as well as why she hasn't been around in order to reinstate the love binding. So she told me that the last time that she let the love binding fall apart was because her son got into some really bad accident and she kind of like got distracted and wasn't taking care of the spirit and wasn't taking care of the love binding and didn't come back to make sure that things were fixed to continue going on. As a result, within a few days, Juan Carlos went in on her, telling her how much he was disgusted by her, how much he couldn't stand her, all kinds of evil, nasty things, and almost went to physically attack her. However, she was able to step away. That's when finally things clicked for her and she was like, kind of like, yeah, Hector was right. He's only with me because of the binding, and he turns into such an evil beast and it's so ugly and hurtful every time the binding like runs off, so I'm not going to do this anymore. So from that point, she didn't reinstate the love binding. But what happened instead was this throughout the time after that. A guy at work approached her. He told her he had been in love with her for many, many years at this point, but that he knew through a mutual friend that she was obsessed with Juan Carlos. So he was always too afraid to approach her, and he really never did, because what was the point? He knew through their mutual friend at work that she was constantly talking about Juan Carlos. She was obsessed with Juan Carlos. So what was the point of him shooting his shot? Like, comment, follow for part 4, because it's going to get a little juicy here. And as always, leave topic suggestions in your comments. They're more than welcome. Stay blessed. Likewise, if you need help improving relationships, destroying blockages and anxiety, feel free to go to the link in my profile and book with me now.